Hey guys, what I figured I'd do is I'd kind of spend a few minutes talking about the PPF and kind of give you a different way to look at it. So imagine that this is a bottle of vodka. Okay, let's say it, and the most shots I can get out of this is 6. Okay, and I have my orange juice and my tomato juice. All right, and so basically, what I want to do is I want to make the most possible I can get out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically say that I'm going to create a table here. Let's do this. Let's create a table, 2 columns, right? With no, I don't do that. So we're busy. So let's create a table and let's do perfect. All right. So guys, I'm going to create a table. We're going to look at this table. So here's what's going to happen. I want to basically make the most possible. So I'm going to make Bloody Marys. Okay. If you don't know, it's vodka and tomato juice. Sounds gross. And they're going to have screwdrivers, which is vodka and orange juice, which sounds a lot better, right? So basically, if I make 6 Bloody Marys, I can't make any screwdrivers, right? Because the bottle of vodka only gives me 6 shots. If it's 5 Bloody Marys, it's going to be 1. It's 4. It's going to be 2. If it's 3, it's going to be 3. If it's 2, it's going to be 4. It's going to be 1. It's going to be 5. And if I don't have any Bloody Marys, I'm going to make 6 screwdrivers. So basically, it's going to be any combination that that adds up to 6, right? But let's actually take this one step further. What we can actually show is that we can actually draw a graph based on this. So what we're going to do next is we're going to draw a graph. And what we're going to say is that, look, we're going to put Bloody Marys here. And we're going to put screwdrivers here. Now, because this is a trade-off, this is one or the other. Doesn't really matter which one goes on the X, which one goes on the Y. So the most Bloody Marys I can make is 6 if I use all my resources. So this is the origin here. So this is 6, 0. And what I'll also do is let's give each of these points a name. So I'm going to call this A, B, C. I'm really bad at doing that. D, E, F, and G. All right, so we're going to call this here point A. And what we can do is we can cheat a little bit, and we can call this point G down here, because we know that if we make 6 screwdrivers, we'll have no Bloody Marys, right? So we'll call this point G. So what we're going to do next is we're going to basically plot these points. So it's going to be 5 and 1, right? The next one is going to be 4 and 2. And the next one is going to be 3 and 3. And the next one is going to be 2 and 4. The next one is going to be 1 and 5. Now, obviously, I'm not doing a good job doing this by hand, but you get the idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to join all these points together. So we have point A, point B, point C, point D, point E, point F, and point G. So if we draw these lines together, we should get a straight line, which I don't because I'm bad at drawing with this. So this line here, guys, is basically called the PPF or the PPC, right? And what it does show us is basically any point on this line adds up to 6, right? Any point on this line is sufficient or at a potential. And if you think about it, guys, what happens if we're anywhere inside the line? That's going to be a number. What do you think? Greater than 6, less than 6, equal to 6, less than 6, right? So if we're inside the line, it's going to be less than 6. However, if we're at a point outside the line, let's say this point here, this point right now, what we're going to say is greater than 6 and not POS possible, given we only have one bottle. Okay, so that's what this point is basically telling us, right? Right, this point right here. Now, one more thing that we want to talk about is then what about the shape of the line? It's downward sloping and it's straight, and it's not because the resources are limited. Look, if you had unlimited resources, you'd never have to make choices. You'd be like, oh well, if I don't have this today. Sorry, you'd never have to worry about choosing because you'd never run out of stuff, right? So we have limited resources, which we know that. But the point is, the vodka works equally well with both juices, right? So we always get a 1-for-1 opportunity cost or trade-off, right? So if we go back to these numbers, for example, if I start from here, to get one screwdriver means only giving up one Bloody Mary. To make one extra means only giving up one. So we don't start from the 6. It's like we're going down in steps. We're comparing the rate of change from where we are versus where if we hadn't stayed, right? So we go from 2 to 3, which is 1, 4 to 3, which is a drop of 1, 3 to 2, drop of 1, 1 to 0, drop of 1, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So hopefully you get the idea. So hopefully that example worked. And in class, we'll go back over, we'll do another example to go back over the round shape, the nonlinear, and why it is that. So hopefully that worked. And if not, let me know.